Hello there guys, it's Stephen and Phil here back with another video on FOOTY.COM. Today we're taking a deep dive into the 10 best shirts that La Liga has to offer for the 2019-20 season. We've already done Bundesliga, Serie A, the Championship. We've obviously got the Premier League coming up very, very soon. But today is the turn of Spain in the spotlight. But before it goes too far, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a single video over on FOOTY.COM. We're going to dive straight into this because Phil, our resident kit expert, has picked out 10 of La Liga's finest kits for the season. There's quite a few big names there, bigger than most of the leagues, and I think we've obviously seen a bit of a focus on certain teams here because we've not really been left with much choice. But we won't dampen any enthusiasm. We're going to start initially with Real Madrid's third shirt. That's in at number 10 on our list, Phil. And why is this in at number 10?
This one I think is probably not the most obvious kind of choice for a top 10. It doesn't necessarily stand out, I would say, from the crowd if you look kind of globally. But I think in the Liga, when I was looking at the kits, actually this one was one of the nicer kind of colours.
Yeah.
And that pretty much is the main reason. Certainly, I do like the cuffs and colour, and there is something about that, as we've said with many other kits, in terms of the kind of slight Arsenal home vibes.
It's very
there.
Arsenal, isn't it?
It's very Arsenal. I mean, this one is kind of not necessarily the most Madrid colour. You know, Real Madrid have basically used pretty much every colour under the sun for their third kits over the years. And it's very much a trendy colour. It's kind of that minty Inter Milan away. But I think it did just enough to
It's a decent job. And as you said, like the third kit, as you said in the past, the third kit is always a place to experimentation. So that was a decent place to try this colour. It's only in at number 10 though. In at number 9, we've got Atletico Bilbao's, this is their away kit, isn't it?
Yep.
Which is New Balance. And they've had a really mixed season so far. But this one is a decent effort in at number 9. It's got a very interesting pattern thing going on. Do you know the history of that or anything like that? Or?
I believe that's based on the flag of the Basque region.
Okay.
This one would have been a lot higher were it not, unfortunately, spoiled by the cutting off of that pattern.
Yeah.
Given that it's in the New Balance template, which is a shame.
Because it's quite an interesting idea. It's just once again, it's like it should just be carrying on, shouldn't it?
Pattern, but I think if that happened and it was a slightly nicer kind of shirt construction, I think this would easily be.
If it was a better kit, it'd be a better kit.
Yeah. It's I mean, probably looking at the final list, it's probably sort of top 5, maybe even top 3 material. But unfortunately, I really can't get over how that pattern's really. But I really do like the green and gold combo, even the little red on the sleeves. I think there is actually quite a lot about this kit, which is good.
It's hamstrung a little bit, isn't it? By
unfortunately, it's
by
just
its restrictions,
of,
self-imposed restrictions.
Indeed.
I also don't like that sponsor in a second, but that's in at number 9. Real Madrid make a very quick appearance once again in at number 8, with just a very classic Real Madrid home shirt, really, isn't it? It's Real Madrid. It's simple. It's clean. It's golden. It's shiny. It's nice. I actually do like this kit. I think Real Madrid kits are usually quite boring, but this one is a good example where it just seems to work.
No, I think I agree, and we said it, I'm sure, in our video of the home shirt, that it was actually quite a good home kit for Real Madrid. You know, a lot of them look exactly the same, and you kind of think, it's just, basically a carbon copy of previous years. Actually, they do rotate that secondary colour, and I do like when they do the gold.
It works with the club, doesn't it? Especially with the Galacticos thing and the crown, obviously, and the crest and stuff like that.
And even like small things, like I like that slightly longer 3-stripe detail. Often that cuts off.
I totally agree with that.
At the top of the shoulder, or at the top of the sleeve, rather. I like it kind of slightly extending over there. So I think it's a good home kit.
That's definitely a worthy entry in at number 8. And I think it's a good shirt, basically. I think that's got that one pretty right. In at number 7, Valencia's away kit, which I thought, looking at, I actually like this one. I've been through the list before, and I think this is probably could have been a little bit higher. Just something about the pattern and the colourway I like. I just like it. It's a decent kit.
Yeah, this one's interesting because I think probably one of the more, Puma have used that pattern a lot, but often on kits it's been subtle. Think kind of City's home shirt. It's essentially that pattern.
Kind of is that, isn't it?
In the material, So
but it's not cut off, obviously.
Yeah, exactly. So it's kind of, but it's I think it's a nice kind of flamboyant use of the pattern. They've really kind of gone for it. And you're absolutely right with the colour. That's what really makes the shirt for me. That very, almost kind of iridescent orange look. And in some ways, it's kind of funny how the crest and Puma logo almost get lost of it. But I don't mind that. I think it is quite interesting. And even though the pattern cuts off.
I think it's bold to do that, actually,
Yeah, no, I like it. And I think it's nice to have the sponsor just in white.
Though it does look like it looks almost detached from it. It's so bright and white and clean. Yeah, it looks like someone's just photoshopped that on.
It would be better. I mean, orange would maybe be too much orange, but I'd like to see it in orange. But no, I do think it's quite an interesting kit. despite the pattern not being the most unique.
Yeah, I like it. I don't know, some of it's quite fun, but then again, it's only in at number 6 or 7. Sorry, is that 7? And in at number 6, once again, Real Madrid making their third appearance already with their away kit this time. This is a very interesting kit. We've reviewed this one. I can't remember what score we gave it, but what is it about this kit that you like, Phil?
This one's grown on me, I think, since
it's grown on me too. Actually,
yeah, and I think. Well, two things stand out. One, even though the 3 stripes branding is often quite minimal, I really appreciate that it's almost non-existent. It's very subtle, and I like that because you do get a little bit bored, or I get a little bit bored of kind of adidas kits always having very, very obvious 3 stripes in the same place. So I like that it's subtle in the dark. And I just think the pattern's interesting. And now, I don't particularly buy the reason for the pattern. I think it was some sort of sound wave inspired thing, which to me wasn't the most obvious inspiration. I don't think they needed.
There's
to
always
say
a sound wave thing on kits every now and then.
There is, isn't there?
Like,
yeah,
no one's buying it, lads.
And I just think, forgetting that, I just think it's quite nice. Maybe there's a lot of gold, and I think, having looked at the home kit, it's another gold secondary colour. But I think that combination,
it does work though. Even with the home kit, it does actually work, and the crest looks nice once again.
I think it's really nice, and it's surprising to see all 3 Real kits in a top 10 list, but actually I think it has been a good year for them.
Yeah, definitely has. In at number 5 is Leganes with this purple thing. It's interesting. It's a bold colour. It's like purple kits are very divisive because purple is a divisive colour naturally. But I do appreciate Jeremy have gone big on this kind of mad pattern thing they've got going on here. It's once again, it reminds me of a computer game kind of kit. Like it feels like something you'd see on an unofficial licensed game. But it's fun.
Yeah, interesting. Back-to-back years now, Leganes have had 2 kind of purpley away. Third kits. Last year was a bit more, maybe even a bit better actually, with the black and purple thing. But this year, with that design, I think the biggest thing that stands out, it's a unique pattern. It's a bit of creativity.
Yeah.
Not necessarily the craziest pattern you'll see, but I think, as you say, purple is a bold choice. And fair play to Joma. To be honest, they've done a lot of kits in La Liga, and I don't like most of them. But I have to give them credit for this one because it does. Little things like the white, details all being consistent.
Yeah. The crest is weirdly high.
Yeah, it's a little
hard to touch the collar.
Yeah, and I think the way it's been done in monochrome, it doesn't. Some crests don't look great in monochrome. I don't think the Leganes crest looks that great in one colour, but. Moving that aside, I do think it's one of the more interesting kits in La Liga, and it's a bold choice from Joma.
Yeah, it's all right. I think in general, like the more look at it, less it's going to be weird. It's going backwards on this one. Like I think it's just, quickly we'll move on. I think it's just the colour purple. I'm not really a fan of the colour purple. I think this is the point on the list where I think the kits get notably better. Like I think there's a real leap in quality.
It's quite top heavy, isn't it?
Yeah, and then you get to Atleticos, which is where it goes to that kind of classic Nike Future range, which I think people look back at you and go, that was that year. Nike did all those really cool kits, and even though this wasn't quite as good as like the Chelsea or the Inter Milan one, this is still a really nice kit. Like if this came out as the only one in that style, we'd be like, oh, that Atletico kit was good, but it was superseded by other ones in a similar style.
Indeed, this one is probably, of all the kind of Nike third kits, not the most kind of kind of shouted about, talked about. It's probably gone a bit under the radar, but I do think it still stands out.
It's still a nice kit, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, from the crowd, and I think. Well, one thing which I really loved about Nike's third kits this year, they did actually variate things on the collar.
Yeah.
And this one has the same collar look as Chelsea's. And if anything, it actually does quite a nice job with the stars, which we talked about, didn't we?
In the Chelsea video, I saw we said something like, I wish it had some kind of pattern there or something like
that.
And then the next one we saw was this one. Oh, it's got the stars there.
Yeah, and the thing is, that's exactly it with the Chelsea shirt. That was probably one of the few things I didn't like was the text.
Yeah.
But the reason I think the stars work so well, and it's what works really well in the 90s kits, which these collars were inspired by, is that they often did have a little star or a little motif there. And I like that. I think the only thing probably is just the colour's not the most exciting combination. It's a little bit drab for me, but I do like the little pattern.
Imagine if this popped a lot more. Okay? I think it genuinely, but I think it is, the pattern isn't the greatest. I think it is a good shirt. I think it is, tough against other Nike kits that have been really good this year.
Yeah,
it's in at number 4. In number 3, which I think is slightly controversial when you see the one after it, is another example of that range, Atletico range in terms of the Futura thing again. And this is just a good shirt. It's another really good shirt, a really nice, interesting pattern, from a strong collection of Nike kits this season. It's just a good shirt. This will be memorable as well. People will like it.
Yeah, I think this one, it's interesting to compare it directly after the Atletico one. Obviously, a different colour. I think certainly the colour I much prefer. It's got a little bit more vibrancy, and of course it does have a bit more of a stronger tie to the 90s with that Ronaldo era Kappa kit. I think, it's not perfect, and we talked about it again in the video. I don't love the pattern, I think, compared to some of the other third kit patterns. So just aesthetically, I don't think it was as nice, but it's still strong. And even the collar as well, again, not bad at all, but not my favourite. I actually prefer...
that slightly weird, kind of roundy, kind of curvedy, kind of...
It's almost a bit too... I don't know what it is, whether it's too chunky
It's too chunky for me as well.
Yeah.
But some people will love that, though.
They do. And obviously with the Roma kit, which has the same colour as this one, that looked really good. And I think probably, it's one of those examples where, it's maybe not to my personal taste, but I think other people will absolutely love this. And it is a really good shirt.
Clearly a very good shirt, and it's in at number 3. It's just ahead of another Barcelona kit in at number 2, which a lot of people will go, why is this ahead of that one? Because it's a lot more simple, that kind of stuff. But I know my man Phil, and he loves a sash, and he loves a vibrant Barcelona kit, don't you?
Yep. I think this one, it's funny because a lot of people... Of course, when this came out, they were saying, it's just a Crystal Palace shirt.
I think I forgot about that.
And then as we talked about in the video, it kind of is, but actually Barcelona did do this. Well, they did before Palace, I don't remember, but they, of course, when Cruyff was there, when he was playing there, they were, they had some really good yellow away kits.
Anything that references that kit as well,
Yeah, and that's the thing, I mean... In terms of, it's the simple things which I think are really good. I love the asymmetrical cuffs, the different cuff colours. Simple thing which is good. They've improved the collar. It's still not, the best collar in the world. But
interesting that both Puma and Nike went for the asymmetrical cuffs this year.
Yeah, we've seen a few of those.
That must have been so frustrating when they saw that. Like, what the hell, because that's not even a thing I've seen much recently at all.
Yeah, no, you're right. There's been a few examples that have cropped up.
Where teams have done, the kits have done very similar things,
Like even as I look at the kit now, and not to keep going on about the cuffs, but I just like that you could look at the kit and go, it's kind of going blue, red if you're going left to right.
Yeah.
It's a subtle kind of tying with the home kit. But I just think it's one of my favourite kind of Barca away kits of recent years. And I do like it. Yeah.
It's good, but it's not good enough to be at the top of the list. In at number 1 is Valencia's third shirt, which is definitely an acquired taste once again. For me, this isn't in the top 5 probably, but you like it, so it's in number 1. I get goalkeeper shirt vibe from this as well. Once again, a FIFA kind of shirt vibe.
Yep.
But I can't deny that it's fun. It's definitely fun. It's definitely creative. But why is it in at number 1 for you, Phil?
Yeah, this one, I'll be honest, it's very much a personal choice, but of course this whole list is, and I do think...
I'm here to play devil's advocate, basically.
Exactly, which is helpful. And I think this pattern, I mean, I've talked a lot, in previous videos we talked about kind of bus seat patterns. I think it's been a really good year.
This is bus seat.
This is probably the most bus seat of bus seats. But I think it's not just that. It does, in this year we've seen a lot of 90s designs referenced. This does call back to a really, really nice... Valencia kit which they had, I think it might have been 1990 or 91, something like that, which was very similar in terms of the blue pattern. It reminds me a bit, it's not quite as good, but it reminds me a lot of the Australia 90s kit, which of course was referenced in the Women's World Cup kit. It's that kind of almost paint stroke type direction.
Yeah, I'd have to go and find that, but I don't know it, but anything that references like paint strokey kind of metal ones, I do enjoy.
Yeah, and I think it's not as good as the 90s one, don't get me wrong, but I really like that they've sort of done a reinterpreted design of that.
Yeah.
Even the sponsor, which I don't love the sponsor. I mean, the fact that it's got the yellow eye.
It looks soft on it. Oh yeah, the yellow eye, what's that about?
The dot. I mean, the fact that there's yellow in the crest, I think just about saves it.
No, you're right, because I didn't notice it kind of blended in a little bit.
Yeah, but I think this is my kind of shot. I really like these kind of patterns where they're almost a bit random. I just like that kind of textural look, and I think actually it's one of the most interesting ones. And credit to Puma, because I don't think they've had a lot of love this year. They've had some good designs, but it's good to see them.
It's a mixed year for Puma, because they've gone from like having some mad crazy ones then to like the AC Milan one, which is genuinely gorgeous. There's another one which I can't think as well, which is escaping my mind, but I know there is another one recently we talked about. Right. But anyway, that is in at number 1, guys. That is our top 10 La Liga kits. I think it's fair to say it hasn't been a vintage year for La Liga.
Not the best.
Especially when you look at the Serie A, then also the Bundesliga. And go check out those videos. They'll be on screen immediately after we finish talking. Even the Championship one was much better. But it swings and roundabouts with these kind of things. Let us know if you agree with that top 10. Let us know if there's any kits that we've missed that you think should be in that list, of course. And feel free to debate that in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe to FOOTY.COM and head over to FOOTY.COM in general. Check out the best prices on loads of these kits that you'll find anywhere online. For now, I've been Stephen, this is Phil, and we'll see you soon.